What's going on, guys? My name's Mackie, and 6 years ago, I was teaching ballroom dance classes until my brother convinced me to take a leap, quit my job, and build an online business. We were able to scale that thing to over $45,000 a month, later on partnering up because we're such a killer team, obviously. And today I run Gym Members Now. It's an AI agency worth over $5 million. But before I dive into the rest of this video, let me go ahead and pull back the curtain a little bit. This isn't about flexing, it's just being fully transparent and about showing you that we are who we say we are and that we've got skin in the game. And we're out here every day running operations and delivering results for our clients. I mentioned before I was with Dance Students Now, so you can see on our screen over here that we had quite a few clients that stuck around and paid us quite a bit of money. We can go over here and see that we're just under $1 million in one of our accounts or our processors. We do have another one over here that I believe is just under 500 until we migrated everything. Yep, so 523. And then if we go to Gym Members Now, you can see, let me refresh this for you. Last 12 weeks, we did just under 470,000. If I go ahead and refresh this for the year 2025, we were able to collect just under $2 million. Now, the reason I'm showing this again is don't want to bullshit you guys. We are who we say we are. We are actively doing this. And today, what I wanted to show you really is how we pitch our clients when they come in. So today I'm breaking down a live sales call with a pole and aerial studio owner. She's been crushing it for about 11 years. They're pulling in just about 60,000 a month, but she's hit a wall. She's running prehistoric ads, losing members as fast as she gains them. And get this, she's got about 11,000 contacts in her database that she has not done anything. They are untouched leads. In this video, you're going to see exactly how we pitch our services after we identify the leaks in her bucket. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, everybody. So like I said, I'm not going to show you the full sales call. This is just going to be after we went through this discovery, we're able to find out what the issues were with her studio. And then what you're going to be seeing is exactly how we pitch these services. And I'll chime in from time to time to give you some extra information there. But let's go ahead and dive in.
All right. Well, definitely think we can help you out here. Is there anything that we did not touch on that you think I might better understand what's going on here?
No, I still don't know what you do.
We're diving into it. The reason we have these conversations is because every client of ours is pretty different. And our area of expertise is helping studio owners, much like yourself, that might not have these systems in place to be successful or the growth strategies in place to gain control over that by leveraging an AI that we first developed at the 127 gyms and studios we own and operate as a company. Make sense?
Cool. Yeah.
And then the reason, again, for that conversation we just had is because everything's going to be tailored to you based on what you just shared, where you all are currently at, and where you ultimately want to be. All right. And what that's going to come down to is 5 main things. The first main thing is that we're going to take your current database of members and implement our Google AI service.
So right now, those 5 main things that I said, or steps, is usually what we want to go with. Throughout the sales process, I made sure to find out, is she doing this? Is she doing that? Do they have a system for this or a process for that? If they don't, continue to build that doubt. And so as I go through these steps in the pitch, what you're going to see is me tying back what I found out in the entire part of the call or in the beginning part, and then funneling it back to the actual pitch and using that as ammunition.
Which is going to do something very similar to what you shared with me with that company a couple of years ago. This is something that will run continuously. Will be for your members, but also anybody else that comes in for one of those 4 passes. All right.
Okay.
And so what happens is we leverage an offer to help increase people leaving reviews by saying something along the lines of, just want to let you know we're running a quarterly raffle for you to get a chance to win a month of groups for free.
Okay.
All right. All you have to do is let us know how your experience has been 1 through 5. Anyone that does the 4 or 5, we immediately send them to Google. Like that, right?
Okay. Gotcha.
The thing that we do differently that I'm not sure any other agency is currently doing is that once those people leave that review, we immediately respond to it for you on Google. We can also post it to your social platforms, being Facebook and Instagram, to give you some more awareness. But more importantly, we immediately have the AI reach out to them saying, thank you for the review. By the way, if you'd like to get your name into that raffle a few more times, go ahead and text this link to your friends and family and let them know they can come in for a free class.
Fantastic.
So what we're doing here is off of your happy members the second they leave those reviews and then tapping into them to get their network involved. And it's as easy as copying that link, sending it in a text to their friends, and then we'll design a landing page for you specifically. So anytime somebody fills out, we refer them their contact information, you'll get an email with that information, but then our AI will reach out to those people to try and get them to schedule.
Okay.
Okay. The beautiful thing about this is it's hands-free from you and the team, and you don't have to do a darn thing.
Okay.
All right. The other benefit to this is it's going to increase your Google listings. It's going to make your storefront look a lot more appealing, and it's also going to make your ad dollars because if people can see you have a very active studio where people are leaving reviews, that's going to give them a green flag subconsciously that this is a place they want to be at.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
70 to 80% of consumers for service industries make their purchasing decision based off of Google reviews. It's not Yelp. It's not like platform. It's Google reviews.
Mhm.
The other added value to this is that it becomes an accountability tool. Meaning, if let's say we implement the system in this location, you open up another location. Now your team knows all of the members and any new member that comes in is going to go through this system. Meaning they better do a darn good job. That way everyone has a great experience, right?
Mhm.
So not only does it hold your team accountable, but it also gives you a chance to reduce your churn and increase your retention. Meaning, if anybody responds with that 133, rather than sending them to Google, like you mentioned with that other company, we immediately reach back out to them saying, "Hear that? What could we have done better?" They then respond back.
So again, guys, you were hearing me say, "Oh, that other company, this is what we do differently." You want to make sure if you're going through the discovery or the sales process, if they're working with another agency or another service provider, really try to get a good understanding of what it is that they're doing for the client. That way, if you have a service that is different, you can very clearly outline why you all are a similar but yet totally different service and stands out to them.
And then you get notified saying, "Hey, experience with one of the trainers. She's thinking about quitting." You have a chance as the owner then to go have that conversation with them and flip things around.
Okay.
Right.
Love it. Yep.
You feel that could be pretty beneficial for you currently?
Yes. Love it.
Okay. The third thing, so that's the two things right there.
Mhm.
AI Google reviews, piggyback into the second thing, which would be the AI referral system. So generally, organic leads for you, but also more importantly, those referral leads.
Mhm.
Okay. The third, you have a gold mine of 11,000 leads.
Yeah.
You have not done anything with.
Mhm.
And so what we would do with that is do you have any men that come to this, or is it mostly?
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's a good 3%, but there are dudes, yeah.
So what we would do then is we would segment the men from women in that list, and we would plug it to our AI with a proven offer to reactivate them and get them back in the door.
Okay.
Okay. And that is also, guess what? Hands-free from you and the team.
Yeah.
This is a client that we start. They have been working with us since November, but this is when they first launched with us.
Mhm.
And the thing that you would get with this, are you familiar with Go High Level at all?
No.
Okay. So Go High Level is a software that there's white label properties to it, but that's really the engine and the tool that you're going to be using with us to really track your ROI with the money that you invest in us. That way you can make sure you're making your money back. Make sense?
Mhm. Yep.
So we took their database in the month
Mhm.
of November.
Mhm.
All the ones in blue are ones that actually showed. The ones in white
Mhm.
shows their cancellations.
Okay.
If you've got active clients with great results, always good to show future clients exactly what they're going to be getting into to give them that vision as well.
So what we see on average is roughly a 2 to 4% return for engagement from the list. So you have, again, a gold mine when it comes to that.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So you can see how that would be something initially that would give you a huge boost without even really having to spend money on the ads.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Mhm.
The fifth thing that is going to be very important for you is taking the marketing off your hands. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about errors going on. You don't have to worry about the little whoopsie daisies over here. And the way that we run our ads is Decagon Matrix. Now, for your location specifically, it would probably be more so targeted towards women, but the Decagon Matrix simply means that we segment the campaigns for men and women. And they're good for 5 different age groups. So 21 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, and then 60 plus.
Okay.
The reason that we do that is because each of those age groups and demographics are going to have different ad copies. They're going to have different images and creatives because what a 40-year-old might want to get out of aerial yoga or aerial fitness is much different than a 20 or 30-year-old would want to get.
Mhm.
Right. So then we start to optimize those campaigns to speak directly to those people, which gives you a much higher conversion rate instead of being a cookie cutter ad. Right.
Yep. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay. The other thing that we do differently is a lot of ad companies will say, "Hey, spend this much money on ad spend." That's it. We don't do that. We do what's called a market test. So for 7 days, across a 7-day period, we're going to take $500 and see how campaigns react in your demographic and your audience to see what amount of money we need to spend each day to book your calendar out each week.
Okay.
After that happens, come back to you and say, based on the results and the data, here it is, that it would take this much a month to consistently book you out.
Okay.
All right. The other thing that we pay attention to is availability. So if you don't have the availability, it does not make sense to keep those ads running because we don't want to have people coming in 2 weeks later because the conversion and the drop off is going to be much higher. All right. So our team is checking the ads 3 times a day, not only looking at the data from there, but also monitoring what your availability is looking like.
Mhm.
Any questions on that specifically?
No, only just well, I don't know, like there's a lot of details, but yeah.
What details do you want to know?
So right there, this is actually a pretty good teachable moment. One of the things as you go, get better with sales is that you got to really pay attention to the side comments, what I like to call them, and that's where they say something like that. Do you have any questions on this, or what questions do you have? Well, yeah, keep going, but I have a lot. I have a lot of questions, or there's something. You don't want to skip that just because it's a little blurb. Make sure you get clear on what exactly they're talking about before you move on.
So like for instance, my software, like there's waitlist opportunities, and then we have like cancellation, like fee stuff that has to turn on or off, like for certain. I don't know if it can be turned on or off for certain, quote unquote, like memberships. Meaning not memberships, meaning like month-to-month memberships that like our software considers like a drop it and pass a membership. So anyway, but like if we give a free class, we can't do free class. Who doesn't want to come into a pole class? Like seriously, it's always fun. Who doesn't want to go to like a silk class or like try like a sling class? Okay, maybe percentage wise, 10% less people, but like a lot of people, it's a bucket list item.
I'm not trying to try one.
When we just have like when people do drop-ins, like those are the people that end up not showing up, and then they get a late cancel or no-show fee, and they end up spending $70 to like not come to the studio. So like there's like a lot of technicalities that I want to make sure that I have in place to make sure that like these people that we market to like do have a good experience. But like I don't have the room to give a free class away. How do we tailor that these people?
You don't have to do a free class. Some examples,
Okay.
you know.
Because like a lot of people I talk to, they're like, why don't you give free classes? I was like, literally can't.
Yeah. So when I was walking through that whole process, there about some just
I don't have a problem for like, you know, discounted class. Like it's regularly $40, just $10. Like I don't have a problem with that. I don't even have a problem with, you know, like saying, you know, hey, you know, like they didn't show, but like not charging them $3 because that's not how you win people. So a lot of times when we have intro offers and it's like their first visit and they don't show up, like we're constantly calling people and being like, we didn't see you, so we're gonna just check you into the class, but you don't get like a $30 cancellation fee. I'm like, well, I didn't know that I was gonna get. I'm like, it's everywhere, literally everywhere. So you know, I just want to make sure that like any processes that we have, I'm able to tweak it so that we don't, you know, we don't set something up and then because our processes are this, we make a mistake like right at the beginning, right? Because like I don't want to charge people like late cancel and no show fees if like this is what we're really trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that won't happen with us. You know, the fifth thing here, which is going to come down to the coaching. Okay, so I want to pair you up with is a new team member of ours. He owns 3 In Motion Stretch Labs and 12 Anytime Fitness Studios.
Okay. Yep.
Primarily on small group training.
Mhm.
So different type of fitness training than the Silks and Things, but still a concept. And what he's been able to do is after COVID, he took his systems that were working and scalable and acquired gyms that could not bounce back after COVID, which is why he was able to scale so fast. All right. And what would happen next is that he'd hop on with you on the onboarding call. He'd get an idea of your systems and everything that you have in place. And then before we even started anything, same page, before we launch anything.
Mhm.
So nothing falls through the cracks.
Okay.
Okay. But more importantly, it would be a chance for him to help you fill those cracks that you believe might be in your system when it comes to closing the sale and then the retention of people from that 4 for 60 class back.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
The way this wouldn't work, you know, is if the team that you're having on those calls is not very coachable.
Yes. Yes, I have work to do.
Okay, that's something that you think would be beneficial for you, though, to get almost like an outsider's perspective on what he was able to do with his locations and scale.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I would love it. Absolutely.
All right, well, just in terms of everything I laid out right there, how are you feeling about it?
I'm excited to hear about the price tag.
Okay, well, finances aside, do you have any questions or any clarification about any of those things I mentioned? I just want to make
That's always a good thing to do to you all. You know, once you get to finish the pitch, before you quote them on what the price of the service is, you need to make sure that you recap or ask them, how do you feel about the whole process? Most people will do what she did and jump to, yeah, it feels great. Just want to know about the cost. Finances aside, just in terms of the process, how do you feel? You got to keep going back and getting them to confirm that they believe and tie down that they believe the services we just recommended are actually going to help them before we pitch the price tag.
sure that everything was structured correctly for you and it all made sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely all makes sense. I mean, I've long felt like, you know, maybe the you know, this part is definitely not where it needs to be.
It's not polished.
It is still like a prehistoric boulder at the bottom of the ocean, not polished.
You got some good sayings.
Yeah. So we're gonna bless your heart. Okay, but you're from Kentucky. Y'all have good ones too.
That's right, Don.
Yeah.
Southern accent will come out every
Like,
okay, well,
yeah.
well, this is ready to pull the trigger, get started with us today. What would happen is I'll send over the agreement. It's a 1-page agreement. That way, if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them for you. We would process the payment, and then we would schedule your onboarding call with Brandon.
Okay.
Okay. The initial investment to get you all rolling and really starting to put those systems in place for you to be successful and ultimately open up another location is a $1,500 a month engagement.
Okay.
Okay. So what that means is that the first month is $1,500.
Mhm.
Continue after that. You don't have to. You just let Brandon know 5 days. Hey, you know, this isn't working for us. Like,
Sure.
we're going to stop. Once you're happy with the service, though, into a month-to-month agreement. So there's no cost, no long-term play. It's month.
Yeah. You like me. Yeah. Nobody likes contracts anymore, so we had to like reevaluate how we were gonna incentivize people to stay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's just different, and everybody's happy. So perfect. Yep. Okay. What's my monthly?
It's the service fee is $1,500 a month.
You're not scaring me. So
Yep.
that's
And then the only other additional cost,
Mhm.
special $500 for the market test and ad,
Yep.
and the ad spend would vary depending on what Brandon comes to you with on the team.
okay. So to start out, initial payment, we start over because you know I hit numbers and then my brain just goes white noise. Yeah.
Yeah. So the way it works again is once we'll send the agreement today, process the payment, get you scheduled with Brandon for your onboarding, and then once you and Brandon meet, the actual 30-day period start until after you and Brandon come up with an agreed upon start time.
Okay.
Okay. So just because we're doing the payment today doesn't mean that this starts the 30-day clock. Okay. The first thing that's going to happen is getting your current members plugged into our AI review system and also the
Mhm. Okay.
He's going to iron and polish out your systems and operations that you have to make sure you all have the tools to be successful before we get the remarket campaign going.
Mhm.
Once you're starting to generate some revenue and everything from those campaigns, then he'll talk to you a little bit more about paid ads. But you have
Okay.
your goal line of 11,000 leads.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And those are subscribe people still. Don't even talk to me about unsubscribe.
yeah, so the ad and really not be spending that $1,000 a month that you're doing right now on Facebook and Instagram, and see how the reactivation will work with your database. Because by the way,
Yeah.
we don't blow out 11,000 in 1 month. We
Mhm.
again stagger it based on your all's availability.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Hold on, you're gonna see me like fluster because I gotta plug in my computer somewhere. Because we've been friends for an hour now. Okay, so hold on.
Good conversation though, right?
I know. Yeah, you're delightful. How did you get into this? Like, how did you figure this out? I'm like,
My
I
brother
want to know
started-
the origin story.
My brother he dropped out of college and started this about 8 years ago.
Yeah, visionary.
It was with him and his best friend. It wasn't in the garage, but it was in my mother's basement.
Close enough. Close enough. Where are my plugs? Oh, there's some plugs under there. Sorry, this is like. Yeah.
Not like the rain, and it has just started to rain on us.
Oh no, your dog.
Yeah, he's I've never had a dog that's been so anxious or scared of rain, but he takes
All right, we can go ahead and jump through here. So I believe it was right about 107. Let's see.
Yeah, it's how I bet it. I'm a CrossFit first girl. Yeah. So, I put it here.
Yeah, you read it off for me.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, it's Okay, hold on. That was me looking at account. Okay, and then the expiration is
In the CBD. Andrew Billings zip code, darling. Right.
if it doesn't go, it's because split a little while ago.
Good to go.
Okay, good. It's only been 5 years and still I don't get my own packages.
No worries, darling. All right, let me go.
Okay.
All right, well, there you guys have it. So this, I'm going to be honest with you, was not my best pitch. It was a little all over the place, but it had everything it needed to get the job done. You can't win them all and have the best pitch that you can have possible. So I'm going to keep showing you all some of these sales calls that we've had in the past and really not hold back. You're going to see the ones that I did well on, the ones that I completely botched, because again, sometimes you have those days. And the whole reason I'm doing this is to just educate and show you all that, again, this is possible if you're interested in starting your own AI agency, or if you already have one and you're looking to take it to that next level. Please look in the description and book a call with my brother and our team. We'd love to meet with you, talk to you a little bit more. What we're really trying to do here is find other top level players that are in different niches. After we had our business evaluated, one of the things that the evaluator was saying is if we're able to group and build a portfolio of other agencies with ours, we would be able to sell at a much higher premium to private equity because we are in different industries. So again, welcome to the channel. Excited to get this thing going. Get ready to see the good, the bad, and the ugly with my sales calls. And hope you guys get something out of this. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.